All right, so it's that time of year again when I have a little bit more time on my hands, which is the winter. So my mind keeps returning back to that pontoon style boat that you can take apart and assemble, bring it anywhere, and you actually have more of a boat as opposed to using a kayak or something like that. And the initial design was okay. I mean, a lot of people emailed me and had a lot of interest in it, and that was awesome. It was great to have people's feedback. But the way I was doing those, now that I look back, was the complete wrong way to do them. Using that whole foam core surfboard style construction isn't really feasible. Takes a lot of time. The finish, the design of it wasn't quite right. I did sell the ones that I had to just like local people, they were taking up space, and they love them. They really enjoy them, so at least they went to people who enjoy them. But I keep returning to the idea, and I've sort of refined what I think the design is, and this is just a mock-up. This isn't the actual design. It's not fared perfectly at all. I just quickly put this together to kind of just so I could see it in three-dimensional space, at least on the computer. And so similar to the old style, except the deck piece, you can see that deck piece that is going to mount flush to the two hulls. And so it's three pieces now. There's no aluminum cross beams, so much more simplified, much more refined, at least right now it is, and in my head it is. More narrow with the beam, actually much more narrow with the beam. The wide beam was kind of an issue. It was great, nice and stable, but sort of an issue. So you can see that there, and the shape of the hulls is now tailored to being powered, particularly with like a 5 to 10 horsepower motor. So the idea is definitely motorized, and so these hulls, I put a bit of a reverse chine in there, and that reverse chine goes all the way up to the bow, and that wasn't there on the first model, so you can see that the fairing isn't perfect yet. Again, I hadn't even gone through and done it yet, but yeah, so a nice reverse chine to get all that spray out of there. Some issues with that on the previous 3 or 4 designs. A little bit of a scoop in the bow. I'm not entirely sure on how drastic I'm going to have that, or if I'm even going to keep it, but a little bit of a scoop there. And yeah, this is, and really the main thing here is these are symmetric hulls. The asymmetric wasn't, I don't know what I was doing there, but learned my lesson with asymmetric, not a fan of them. So symmetric, and then really the main difference other than the design would be the construction that I'm thinking. So I'm hoping to get a plug built and then build a mold and then have these come out of the mold. I think as far as the production of them, or at least just making a few of them, and again, I'm doing this mostly just for fun, but it's a lot cheaper than I initially thought, using all the resin and the glass, and I think the mold is definitely the way to go. So a molded hull, a molded cap for each of these, and then that molded deck piece. And this deck piece I'm going to extend a bit more. But I already have all of the foam, I save all the foam cutoffs from other work, and so I can glue all that together and make a plug and machine the plug out of all the foam. So I basically kind of already have everything ready to go. It's just I have to do it. So this is where I'm at, what I'm thinking of. I know at least a few of you in there will leave a comment or potentially shoot an email. But yeah, I'm looking to get it going again. Again, more so for fun. And some people have expressed some interest, which is great. I mean, I'd love to kind of get going with this idea. But this is that new design that I have going, and I think it's a bit better than, I'm just trying to solve all the issues that the previous designs have and just make something a lot better. And then also I forgot to mention, and I'm still kind of laying it out, but another benefit of this type of hull construction is I'll be able to put some hatches, hopefully some flush hatches on each of these hulls. And because they'll be molded with fiberglass, there'll be a lot of room to put a ton of storage in. So that's another benefit of this type of construction. Needless to say, it'll be a lot more durable than the previous designs. Never really had any damage or anything break on the old ones, but like around rocks and stuff, you had to be pretty careful. But yeah, so if, you know, you're one of those people that want to leave a comment or shoot an email, that'd be great. I'd like to hear your feedback.